It seems we are not alone in our quest. Your main rival is a keeper called Nemesis. He also has many lesser keepers allied to his cause. You must defeat them all to claim this kingdom for your own. Look there. Keeper Dante has revealed himself by invading Lord Titus's land of Snapdragon. And there, Keeper Gormagan has made a move on Lord Sigmund of Emberglow. I feel sure Nemesis will move against us soon. You must be strong to defeat him. Sweetwater. This land is protected by the valiant Lord Ironhelm. Your minions are currently laying siege to his castle. Choose the location to the west for a frontal assault, or the location to the east for a cunning ambush.
Hello there, this is Uncle Troy. Today we're playing Dungeon Keeper 2, and this is the first time we've actually had a choice about which mission we want to take.
By attacking the front of the castle, you will prevent Lord Ironhelm escaping with the portal gem. But temper your bloodlust. Smashing down the gates may not be the best way to storm the keep.
Just want to point out the typo here, Lord Ironhead.
Lord Ironhelm's castle is under attack. Your creatures besiege it by frontal assault. They follow such methods, as was your choice. We await the unholy result. Their fort is well defended, and your position is exposed. But one warrior within your ranks excels, the Mistress. She who swings her scything blades most swiftly, causing deadly damage fast. But use her wisely, for you'll find she's easily slain. Your creatures are unable to get to a torture chamber. Torture chamber. A barricade has been created in your workshop. Prison. Barricade. Fear trap.
Okay, lots of new stuff in this level, and it's the first level where our dungeon is partly made for us when we start, which is good because attacks are going to come early and going to come often.
You have successfully interrogated an enemy creature in the torture chamber. Map information has been divulged by the victim in the torture chamber. A fragile hero has died in your torture room. Heal them if you can to prolong their suffering and allow them time to convert to your cause. A new spell has been researched. Your evil hand can cast this spell to heal the wounds and scars and broken bones of battle-weary warriors whose fight is in your name.
In theory, you can keep creatures alive while they're being tortured by dropping chickens on them, but I usually wait until I get the heal spell. It just works so much easier.
Behold, the torture room, a paradise of pain. To use it, pick your captives from the prison and then drop them there on those machines and watch them scream out secrets to their captors. Finally, the spineless scum amongst them beg for mercy, then betray their goodly comrades, switching sides to yours. Your evil hand can cast this spell to heal the wounds and scars and broken bones of battle-weary warriors whose fight is in your name. You have successfully interrogated an enemy creature in the torture chamber. Map information has been divulged by the victim in the torture chamber. You have successfully converted an enemy creature in the torture chamber. Your creatures are unable to get to a lair. Your creatures are unable to get to a training room. Your creatures are unable to get to a hatchery.
And that's my favorite way to get new creatures, by converting enemy creatures. Wandering heroes, what the like. They just, it's just so enjoyable, fulfilling, whatever you want to call it, to take the enemy and turn them against their fellow creatures and use them in the fight for evil. And like Minecraft and pretty much every other game I've played lately, this game is a bad influence on me. I really should stop playing.
I see you have discovered a magical item.
On this level, you have to stay alert for enemy attacks and always check down here because they come early and often. And
You have successfully converted an enemy creature in the torture chamber.
and your creatures can't really take them if they just wander into the battle willy-nilly. But if you drop a concentrated force, they can take them out pretty quick.
You have successfully converted an enemy creature in the torture chamber.
If you keep converting the creatures just as fast as you can easily stay ahead of the incoming hordes and always have more creatures to defend yourself with than they have to attack with. While I'm sure there's supposed to be tactics and strategies and fancy maneuvers and possessing your creatures and grouping them, leading them to battle, I prefer the good old-fashioned dogpile. Just put all your creatures right there in the middle of the advancing hordes and watch them take them out by superior numbers.
You have successfully converted an enemy creature in the torture chamber.
And always remember to have your imps clean up afterwards. If they're off busy digging or something, they might not bring things to your prison as quickly as you'd like.
Your dungeon has no portal, so be wise and cautious with your number now.
While that's good advice, that's also advice you could have told me back at the start of the level. Luckily, even the first time I played this level, I realized that I had no portal and I had to use that newfangled torture chamber thing. Let's take out a few of these traps. It's still too early to do the end game here, but drop some critters down here to take out these traps and these patrols, and I also probably need to put some sentry traps up there so as to help keep the place secure once we do get these traps and patrols out of the way. Okay, I think it's about time to do that frontal assault thing. I know Mentor recommended against this course of action. There are back ways you can take into the citadel or fortress or whatever we're calling this, where you could attack the creatures one by one and take them out. But I believe right now I have a numerical advantage, and if I can get some sentry traps in here, that'll help even the odds. And if they get past that first line, well, I've still got my second line back there.
Your creatures are outnumbered, a trouble, since no portal provides entry to this realm. They are indeed in danger, unless you find a clever way to make their numbers swell.
Again, put that in an envelope and address it to last week.
A sentry trap has been created in your workshop. A knight has become unhappy because he is in the company of creatures he hates.
converted heroes and enemy creatures, or rather your creatures, don't get along very well. They always want to fight, and if they end up in the same area, you know, training or researching or whatnot, one or the other will get upset and want to wander off and sulk.
A knight has become unhappy because he is in the company of creatures he hates. Your creatures have been made happy.
And that's the purpose of that spell right there.
A creature has died in your prison and has risen as a skeleton.
And down goes the Lord of the Land without too much trouble at all. And here comes Horny to collect the portal gem, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. Now this was the first land where we had a choice. We could choose the frontal assault, or we could choose a more stealthy approach, mission 6A or 6B. But whichever one you choose doesn't really matter, because your next mission is going to be mission 7. It's not like choosing 6A sends you off one path and 6B sends you off another and you get different endings to the game or anything like that. Here you can see how Horny, just walking by, blasts the sentry traps out of the way. And now we get the nice little sparkly thing going. And we get to learn about whatever new traps or books or spells or whatever it is we're going to have in the next land.
Alarm traps announce enemy intrusion. Is the Dark Mistress not an exquisite find? Beautiful and graceful on the outside, cold and deadly as poison on the inside. Lord Ironhelm seemed quite overcome when they faced him. A most delicious victory. Word has reached me that our rival Asmodeus is invading Lord Ronin's land of Woodsong.
As I said, we go on to mission 7, regardless of whether we did 6A or 6B. But in any case, tomorrow I'm going to try to give you mission 6B so you can see the difference. It's the same map, but you attack it from a different perspective, I guess is the way to put it. In the meantime, this is Uncle Troy thanking you for watching. Please continue to rate, comment, subscribe, and please join me again tomorrow. Have a good night.